Well, we started recording, and we formulated as a group back in
2008.
2008.
Yeah, 2008.
About 2008.
We actually debuted on the internet. We put a MySpace page together because we all had our MySpaces back then, and we weren't too familiar with the social media sites or anything like that. But we threw a mixtape on there originally, and we started getting good response from it, and people were really liking it. So out of the positive feedback we were receiving, we decided to keep on going, because it started out as just me and this guy. We used to freestyle a lot. I knew Bash back in high school.
Yeah.
And we used to kick freestyles, and I used to do like the beatbox and all that, get down on it. And later on, and I ended up getting access to a studio, getting a hold of this guy so we can get things going. And we got together and we just started pounding tracks out.
Definitely that MySpace, man, it really brought in a lot of people to listen to us, and it really got us motivated to do more and keep it going. And and we've been doing it since, man. 2008. Yeah, it's really when it originally came out on a solo release that I am Copy put together, and I wanted my partner in rhyme here to feature on, and it just ended up being a Horrifik Kreationz track. It's definitely more of it's titled Paranoid because of the lyrical content is more of a person or persons that are, how could I say this, really
conspiracy theorists.
Into the conspiracy theories that are, that surround.
Immensely, really deep into it.
Deep into it to the point to where people are, they get paranoid, and it kind of consumes their lives. And I would say that the track really kind of shows that we have reason as in the society we live in these day and ages to be paranoid about our government watching and listening to us, as they most certainly are. It's now proven, and and it's still out and strangely widely accepted by the masses. And this track is really just kind of pointing that out there, and to kind of be weary of Big Brother.
It's a condition of mental divergence. Are you also divergent, friend?
So many ignorant fucks are surrounding its unprecedented. The odor of hypocrisy raised ranks as high as presidents to residents residing right below my apartment. Try to sell me dope, but I know they're narcotic. You see the network runs deep. Please seize the time, open your eyes and have a look. See to just what your kids are influenced to. Listening to the trends thus negates what they do, but that's just a little sliver of beef that I got with the world. The more that I learn makes me concerned for what is really in store. But before all of the facts are restored, we must adore all of the bullshit that they try to disregard. I'm on guard from politically motivated assassins and blasting out on rhythms. First Amendment's everlasting. I'm laughing, illuminous, struck blinding with plain light. But I'm a true enlightened being, hold wisdom and foresight. Take flight, I ignite on the mic and drum. The bass line, level light, sky the nights where I'm from. Get stung, my ways, a killer bee exceeds the sting, bringing mass hysteria with famine disease. Pleased to see I have all of your ears on me. Now let me disinfect your mind of the chemicals released from all the military issued aeronautical technologies. They're using you as populace to test us all like sheep. You're asleep, wake the fuck up, this matrix amazing. Built to distract, destroy every nation. Embracing the rich, classism is a bitch. You're a stitch like the rest of us, holding a weathered bridge that's on the brink. To break mistakes they've made, we pay, we're slaves. They say it's fake, a shame they have the whole world played. I'm paranoid, but the facts are the same. And every day it's more apparent that the ending has came.
Oh my God, what the hell has happened to this place? Uncle Sam's not a man at all, he transformed into a snake. He bit the population, injected nuclear waste, laid 1 million eggs, laughed and slithered away. Now we're living in the vision of Masonic television. All advanced technologies will remain hidden until they can understand how to control and distribute. We're force-fed bullshit until we puke. Regardless of what you might know, they see you with your eyes closed. They can watch you masturbate from underground silos. Peep the madness, welcome to the beehive. 9 to 5, apply, goodbye free time. The main objective is to silence the people that seek the truth while they plant tracking devices inside of you. Vice and violence are rising in spite of misguided horizons. There's no hiding when the eagle eye see everything you do. You're a fool, involuntarily paying for military materials, burials, and disease creation. Testing bombs underwater, sent tsunamis to Japan, India, and earthquakes to the Haitians. Decompartmentalization, it really burns like thermite used by the Masons. Can you detach from this massive enterprise or accept the fact that you're living a lie?
It's from Basement Dwellers. The track is Dusk Till Dawn. It's more about us just staying downstairs, you know, whenever we do get the chance to pound out music, and like a sort of a transformation that we go through, like
we're kind of
just like our true side that comes out when we're confined, when we're downstairs there in the Creature Lab, that we refer to our recording studio as the Creature Lab.
Our lab is the Creature Lab Studios, and we really in this track kind of personified that and made it a more than just a recording studio, but like a four walls that are alive, you know. And again, what it could do to a, you know, I mean, if you sit in one environment long enough, it's gonna do things to you. Whether, you know, if you're in a musical environment, we're pounding out the music, and that's kind of sums it all up in that track.
Dusk until dawn, we design divine songs, confine the mind's gone. How can I rely on the pride of an icon, while drawn to the faceless patience that waste away in the basement? From dusk until dawn, we design divine songs, confine the mind's gone. How can I rely on the pride of an icon, well drawn to the faceless patience that waste away in the basement? Hidden away from the days, UV rays of pain, yet we remained in this game the better half of a decade. The renegades from the underground, sickly harmonious constructing compositions of two deranged poets flood the coast from southern CO. This flow is everlasting, just like the USA's occupation in Afghanistan. Depending on the circumstance, I might explode in public. Hoodie on and backpack in July, you better run quick. We're stretching freedom of speech during the very same occurrence in the thousands we reach. We'll never cease fire, we rewire, control from underneath. Take it to a new complexity MCs will never reach. And to think we've done it all from all laboratory dwelling, you'll find hell inside our telling of these stories compelling. You to grab mom's prescription bottles during the song and put it all to an ending after 32 bars. From dusk until dawn, we design divine songs, confine the mind's gone. How can I rely on the pride of an icon, well drawn to the faceless patience that waste away in the basement? From dusk until dawn, we design divine songs, confine the mind's gone. How can I rely on the pride of an icon, while drawn to the faceless patience that waste away in the basement? We stick and find at all times. The last guy that tried to catch my vibe lost his mind and then died, flawlessly designed to rhyme, residing in Kandarian ruins while influencing mad mankind. I'm anxious to grant your death wish, so I can show you why we are the reason that superstition even exists. I'll make a plagiarist slit their wrists with kitchen knives to produce more goosebumps than R.L. Stein. You're not hip-hop? Just stop. You should be afraid. The ideas you get, all the bad ones we throw away. The eternally cursed, still haunting this earth. I regurgitate after writing a verse. Underneath the dirt, we perfect the sound now. Locally known as the Stephen Kings of the undergrounds. Horrifik K plays with ability that would take other MCs millennia to achieve. From dusk until dawn, we design divine songs, confine the mind's gone. How can I rely on the pride of an icon, while drawn to the faceless patience that waste away in the basement?
Honestly, man, the one CD that stands out to me for a live album that was really exceptional, actually there's two of them, is Nirvana's Unplugged in New York. It's a beautiful record altogether. And Manson's last tour on Earth. Yeah, I love that live record, man. And it's just, you know, you could feel that energy, you know. And I think that's definitely what we're after as well, you know.
Not only that I can think of off a hand, like right off the top of my head. For sure. Digging some Pink Floyd, but for a live album, I can't put my finger on it on any that I can name right for you.
Oh, that's tricky, man. Here, you start. You go down the list. You start. Name one, and then I'll name one. Well, I'm gonna start it off. I want Sage Francis at one of my shows, whether it's an opening with some poetry. I want Sage Francis to open up with 15 minutes of some of his spoken word. That's how it will start. It would start, and then let's see who else. I'd like to see Rage Against the Machine there. Like you were saying, Floyd earlier. Pink Floyd is just. I mean, come on, man. You can't. You know, I mean, and just from what if you see, I mean, I've never been to a Pink Floyd concert, but the videos that I've seen from, you know, and just the stories I've heard is just, you know. Oh, and Tool. I have a lot of rock influences, man, and I love Tool and Maynard and anything Maynard does, man. And this is a tough question because there's just so many different.
Exactly.
There's so many different people, man. Like, you know.
Oh, damn. Well, there's some Black Sabbath. There's shit.
Yeah, I mean,
Godsmack. Actually, we listen to a lot of rock music. We listen to more rock music probably than
what people call rap music.
Yeah,
at least nowadays,
exactly.
You know, hip hop music,
modern
you know,
rap music or anything like that. Yeah.
See, and that's already like 4 bands I've named, man. I need it, and we're on this too, so we'd have to say, shit. See, and I like definitely Twisted got some. They got skills, man. I don't care what anybody says. Twisted's the shit.
Listen to Twisted since we were younger, since we were young guys.
And damn, that's tough. After all of that, because that's really hyped up. There'd have to be something more laid back, like a smooth, maybe some old Bone Thugs and Harmony, old Bone, like East 1990 Eternal. That's to settle things down, and then damn, there's a lot. There's too many, man. Too many musical influences to sum up in 5.
Yeah, we would have to have some oldies in there. We'd have to do it in like categories of like 5, you know, different.
It would, maybe it would be
different
like,
genres of music. Because we'd have to throw some golden oldies in there. We'd have to throw some Sam Cooke in there.
It would be
some David Ruffin of the Temptations. You gotta love that voice, man.
If we were gonna make it into a music festival, that's exactly what it would be. There would be it'd be no holds bar on genre. You know, I think that's a big thing that holds a lot of musicians back from evolving as artists, is their closed-mindedness to, say, you know, classical music or country, any kind of music. You know, it's
and dedicated fans as well. You know,
yeah.
If you're dedicated to a certain type of music, you know, and you hear a song from a different style or different genre, and you're just like, wow, that was a really good song. That's really good to incorporate all of that. But yeah, it is. It's really hard to say if we just broke it down to 5 of us. But Rozelle, you know, I'm a beatboxer. I love some Rozelle. He influenced me to start beatboxing back when I was a kid, back when I was like 12 or 13 years old. So I'd have to have him up there. We'd really have to take some time and put some thought into that one there. It's a tough question to answer.
Touché, sir. Touché. Top 5 horror movies, huh?
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for Michael Myers. So definitely the original Halloween. Probably the first 3. No, our first 2. 3 was well, no. Even though it was not Michael Myers oriented, it was still really good. But the Halloween movies, awesome. That'd be one of them. I kind of grew up on Freddy Krueger, so. But then again, see, those are more slasher flicks than horror. You know, the way Alfred Hitchcock would make a horror movie is, you don't see things like. The birds. The birds used to scare the shit out of me. When I was a little kid, that part when she's in the phone booth and she can't get away with it. Oh God, that was horrible. Like, okay, that's scary. That would probably make the list, man. What about you, man?
Well, then them old school movies, Nosferatu, that movie scared it just scared the shit out of me when I was younger. His appearance was just creepy. Like, I would not want that guy to answer the door if, like, I was out trick-or-treating or something. Oh man, I'd probably shit my pants right there. Oh no, Nosferatu, that guy, yeah, he was creepy, you know. If I ever saw somebody that resembled his appearance, I'd probably be scared to approach that person. He was a creepy looking guy. Notice he got the Hellraiser shirt over there. That'd have to be on my top 5.
That movie's
definitely.
Freaky, man.
The first 2 were probably my favorite out of all of them. I've seen probably the first 5 of them. I don't know if I'm pretty sure they've went past 5. But the first 2 definitely my favorite.
Alien. When I was younger, Alien used to. There's a part in it. I forget which one it is. I want to say it's one of either the first one or Aliens in the second one. But that way the robot guy, when he like was losing a limb or just I forget something about it, and just seeing the special effects of that era because they were, you know, it wasn't so digitalized like it is nowadays. You know, they'll use. It would actually look like, you know, pieces
like
of flesh.
blood and shit.
Yeah, and that part with the milk. Oh God, that used to.
That burned into your mind, huh?
Oh shit!
Man.
And speaking of burning, Pet Cemetery.
Oh, Pet Cemetery.
When that lady thing. She's laying in the bed.
Rachel Creed's sister Zelda.
And then she just
woo.
Right up in the camera. Oh no! Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna have some nightmares. Ooh,
she was nasty.
That was bad.
Yeah, that one definitely was.
I like the first Child's Play movie. That movie's awesome. I like Chucky. Just the fact of Chucky used to scare the shit out of me when I was younger. Like, just in case that ever happened, you know, I wouldn't know what to do because I was young when I saw it. I saw too many horror movies when I was when I was young. Before I should have, you know, I have a daughter. She's about to be 4 in September, and I wouldn't let her see some of the things that I saw when I was as young as I was when I saw it. Even like some of the Tim Burton flicks, like Batman Returns. You know, I won't let her watch certain parts of that because it's too violent for a child to be watching. And when I was younger, I was like, yeah, I'm all about that. Pretending I was Batman kicking the Penguin's ass, but
yeah.
Oh yeah, my grandma used to put on, like I said, the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. She had a thing for Freddy Krueger. She still has like a crush on him. Like, she has like little figurines from like this from the 79 when the first movie came out, and she collects them and thinks he's bonito. I like Marvin the Martian.
Wait.
He's the shit. He was. When I was little, I used to have I used to watch Looney Tunes a lot, and I had a little figure of Marvin the Martian, like when I was really little, and then I lost it and forgot about it for forever, and then I'd say like when I was a little bit older, before my teenage years, I started would watch cartoons, and he's just one that I've always liked. I like his voice. His voice is original. He's funny, and he'll get himself hurt, and he'll still just keep going. He's trying to conquer the universe, man.
It'd have to be Spider-Man, definitely. I'm digging on Spider-Man. I've always loved Spider-Man ever since I was younger. I used to watch the TV shows. I used to have all the toys. I think I still have all my toys somewhere packed away in a bag or something of Spider-Man. I just thought it was so cool that, you know, he could be swinging around and sticking his shit, and he was awesome, man. I loved Spider-Man. I still love Spider-Man, and I defend him to this day against
he was
the
like
fight
your
against,
everyday, he was like your everyday dude.
Exactly. Once he found out that he had powers, you know, he had to enter that double life like anybody that has some type of talent has to do, especially when trying to survive in a world controlled by currency. But Spider-Man definitely, because it'll go down. I'll start thinking too hard, like into animes and stuff. It'd have to be, like Goku. He'd probably be my second one just because he's awesome. But yeah, Spider-Man #1. Ooh, favorite that. Oh man, there's so many. I can go off on. I'll name my top like 5. All right, there's Kid Icarus, definitely. I loved Kid Icarus. Kirby's Adventures for the Nintendo.
Yeah.
I loved Kirby. Kirby was so awesome. Double Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Double Dragon. I just dug all 3 of those games for the Nintendo. And I'm talking about the old original 8-bit Nintendo Entertainment System. Excuse me. And let's see. 2 more.
You gotta put
Castlevania. Super Mario Brothers. Castlevania. Castlevania was definitely one of my favorites. I think that was the first game that I remember playing, and I think I was maybe like 3 or 4. But that game used to just, blew my mind when I was young. And it's crazy to see video games now and see how much they've evolved and shit. It's like you're playing online. You have 3D graphics. You have high def, ultra high def graphics on these next gen consoles. But yeah, I still have my Nintendo Entertainment System collection, and I have probably close to about 100 of those cartridges still.
Nice.
But yep, hope that answers your question all the way. I do love some Nintendo.
The shit, man. The original NES. I'll never forget how many times I would play and still do play Super Mario Brothers 3. That's number 3 was the lands, the the levels, man. I love that game. That's my favorite from my childhood, at least. Yeah.